Finish out these 2 left doors and 2 cab corners. I still have the other side to do still. On the cab corner and the rocker panel. Same with the driver's side too. We're doing it slowly but surely. We're taking our time with this one is what we're doing. By the way, it's your first time seeing this truck, right? Last time I saw you, I had 3 cars that I sold all of, by the way, the Tundra, the Jeep, and the Corvette. So in the last video, I asked you guys if we should do 17s on 37s or if we should do 18s on 37s.
17s or 18s?
17s or 18s on 30. If we do 37s, just hypothetically speaking here, if we go 37s, do we do an 18-inch wheel or a 17? I don't know, dude. I think 17s look good. I love the idea, and I'm sure you do too. You like bigger tires, huh?
Yeah, I like 17s.
I think they look cool too to have, you know, a giant tire on a smaller wheel. Once we finish up the wrap though, and throw on the fender flares, hood badge, that'll be the finishing touch here on the whole wrap project. Stop wasting time, get home, and get right to it.
Yep.
So Nate didn't know this was a hybrid. He didn't know it was a electric powered vehicle. How do you feel about it? He was like, I heard your car going for the engine.
Come on, bro. What's happening?
All right, my bad.
Broken.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
All right, sweet.
Strawberry jams, my Glock don't. First things first, let's get to, just like last time, prep up these doors right here, pop the door panels off, door handles, and then window trims, and try not to cut myself up again. This thing is sharp, my guy, I'll tell you what. First things first, it sounds brutal, dude, but it's all good. Show them my toolbox.
Until it tips over.
Show them the Amazon basics, dude. Remove the dust cover. Held on by bubble gum.
It's fresh. Some fresh bubble gum, dude.
Gotta move that guy out of the way to get to the T30 holding handle on. Now it's time to lay down some wrap here on the doors. So we'll do the doors first, and remember the wrap is directional, so the wrap needs to go in one consistent direction, following the arrows on the back of the wrap sheet. We'll do the doors first, cab corners next, and then the rocker panels, and get this thing all wrapped up. Let's go, Nate.
Yep.
Say so. There you go. Show you guys what laying into a recess versus bridging a gap means. So as you guys can see right here, there's a lot of tension on this wrap. I'm gonna pull it back just because if I were to bridge this gap right here, it's way too aggressive. If I were to stretch it, it's pretty much means bridging a gap means stretching it into the recess, right? Laying into the recess means to pull it back and then lay it into the recess, just like that. Sometimes it's not ideal to lay it into the recess because if we were to lay it into mosquito. I caught it. I saw that. If I were to lay it into this recess right here, it'd lay in just fine all down here until we get to this point right here, and then we're gonna have a bunch of like wrinkles going weird directions. We'll have to pick it up right here and then stretch it really good right here. So it's way better to just kind of lay it or to bridge this gap right here, which means to heat it up and then press the wrap into that dip. Let me squeegee down this wrap really quick and push all the air down to this recess. Bridging the gap is totally fine if you do it right. There's definitely a wrong way to bridge a gap in a way I'll show you right now. So I'm gonna push the wrap into the recess until it gets tight. What you don't want to do is push the wrap into the recess little by little because that's how you get glue lines. If I go little by little, right there you can see there's some glue lines getting left behind. So to avoid doing glue lines, use our palm after we heat it up and then lay in the deepest part first, and then we'll squeegee out the part around that. Boom! Squeegee out that last bit right below it, and now we have no glue lines at all. And that there is how you bridge the gap. Best air release in the game, dude. Check this out. So I'll close off that big bubble of air right there, and then just give it a couple presses. Watch it disappear. Isn't that crazy?
It is pretty crazy.
Wasn't magic. Now we have no tension. We can lay that right in. Just like that. Now we're gonna wrap up this cab corner right here, not removing the bed. So the truck is a dark color. If it's dark gray, you know, or black or something like that, we can get away with wrapping, you know, not all the way back there. If the truck was like a silver or a white or red or blue or green or something that pops really hard, then we'd probably have to pop the bed off and move it back a little bit so we can get full coverage on the whole cab corner. We're gonna use knifeless cutting tape that I have somewhere in here. And I'm gonna put the knifeless tape right on that line, that body line right back there. So it's fully covered, you know, from the whole side profile of the truck. And then, yeah, just run the knifeless tape kind of right below the bed line right there, maybe like half an inch under, and then everything else is in the shadows. So it'll be good to go from that point forward and then just wrap as usual. So the very first thing I'm gonna do, pull the wrap, you know, pretty much all the way down to where all the lines are going straight up and down. That'll make it way easier to tuck the film into that area, because if we don't have all the stretch going this way and all of our wrinkles going up and down, pushing the wrap into like behind the bed right there is gonna be an absolute nightmare. So it's really important that we get it down properly. And then from this point on this way, we'll pull the wrap this way. So all the lines go this way as well. And then we can just pick it up and kind of pull those wrinkles out, and it's all glass. So it's pretty much gonna be it. So let's grab the material, we already have it cut, and then lay some knifeless cutting tape down first, and let's get right to it. You say, Nate?
Yep.
So up here, like I just mentioned, up here I'll be pulling it all this way, putting all the stretch one direction, going parallel with the longest part of the panel, which is gonna be this way. And then from this point, I'm gonna pull it all straight down, so all the stretch, all the wrinkles are going this way. And then we can kind of just pick the wrap up and just give it a gentle pull out this way. And then all the wrinkles are pretty much out and the film's glassed properly. And then we'll squeeze it into the recess in there over the knifeless tape, cut the tape, and we're good to go. So let's do it. Looking good. But remember how I said you want to pull the wrap material straight up and down, running parallel to the longest part of this panel, right? Which is going to be this right here, right? And then it goes long up here, so we'll pull it that way. Here on the corner though, we're going to have it pulling down. We'll have it pulling this way as well. Up here in the corner, we want to pull it straight that way, the direction of the corner, spreading it all out evenly. You guys can see that if I have any wrinkles, that the last thing I want to do is pull the material up. Like, let's just say if I had a wrinkle like this, for example, right? I don't want to pull the wrap up and then stretch out that very end of the material, because I'm putting a lot of stretch in a very small area. So it's really important that we pull it back a bit further and then stretch it out evenly in different directions. And that way all the wrap is spread out nice and even. And you can see we have basically no tension. There's no wrinkles at all. We'll give it some heat. And you guys can see, if we gave it some heat, it'd shrink back, and it's not shrinking back at all. There's no wrinkles, there's no nothing. So there's no tension on that corner at all. Knifeless tape. Keep it going, keep it going. Yes, sir, yes, sir. All the way. And now we got a nice clean cut right there in the cab corner. check this out, dude. Oh my goodness. Absolutely insane, dude. Finishing out the cab corner changed the entire look of everything because everything was done except for the cab corner there and the lower rockers. Now with it all being finished out together, dude, just look at that. I think the red looks really nice on the amber. So there on the shock cover, and then up here in the front, the coils, and then also the Pro lettering here on the hood badge. I think the red and the amber looks really nice together, dude. And of course the camo bits here on the fender flares, front and rear, and the tailgate panel, dude, insane. A lot of amber up here though, dude. Look at this. Amber on the reflectors there on the headlights, amber clearance lights there on the fender flare, and 3 here on the grill. It's a lot of amber up front, but a very nice kind of flow together kind of look. I might smoke the headlight portion out a little bit, but dude, as the overcast is rolling in, we have no direct sun on the truck right now. It's still glowing like crazy. What's crazy to me, I mean, it changes so much. Like over here, you get the most amber kind of look right here in the front left corner. It's glowing a bit more. You guys see the metallic, it makes it pop like crazy. The matte finish makes all the lines come out, which I love. I love that so much. But you guys can see it looks a bit darker looking this way, but we've come over to this side. Look at that. It glows. Camo back here, dude. Oh my gosh. So insane. It makes all the recessed lettering here on the tailgate pop pretty good too. We've got more camo down here as well, which is nice. Kind of blends in with the plastic bits in the bumper pretty well. Wow. Oh my god. Goes really nice with the rear windshield here into the roof line, all the way to the front of the truck to the front windshield. Very clean, uniform look. Left this in the gloss black from the factory. Same with the B pillar. So we have that nice like kind of panoramic look here in the front. Looks super sick. Love that. But dude, oh, I can't. Now the sun's coming out. Oh my gosh, dude. I have no words. As I mentioned before, it's very similar to the color I've done before from 3M called Satin Flip Volcanic Flare. Oh my gosh. Now the sun's coming out, and that is insane. Look, I know you guys don't like the wheels, all right? And the wheels, they're changing soon. Let's not talk about it in this video. It's not the topic of this video, so don't bring it up. The new wheels are on the way, and the tires, I already have the tires in my garage as we speak. So the tires are here, the wheels will be here soon, so that'll change the entire look of the truck yet again. But as far as the wrap goes, dude, I think it looks so good on the black, everything black around it, the black handles, black window trims, the B pillars, the wheels being black, everything black around it, including the camo bits here on the fender flares. I love that, especially the rock sliders. It's just a really nice two-tone of color with the amber and the black. Sun is just playing peekaboo right now, back in the shade. Kind of shifts from this copper look to an amber to kind of a gold. I already see in the comments how some of you guys think that there's only one way to wrap a car and that I did this lazy by not removing the rock sliders here. And I'll tell you one thing, dude, it's not necessary at all to remove the rock sliders. Or according to the one guy in my comments on Instagram, there's no other way to get full coverage on a car than to remove the headlights. And I'd say I disagree. I don't think that's true whatsoever. I mean, I don't see a reason. According to him, it's sloppy to tuck the wrap into the opening there between the fender and the headlight. But hey, I mean, if that's what he says, I guess that's the way it goes. He's never touched wrap a day in his life, but apparently that's how you get the job done the right way. But I mean, I can already see some of you guys that do wrap or work at a wrap shop or own a wrap shop and say things like, well, you have to remove that because how else are you gonna get the job done right? Well, I mean, technique, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the job came out perfect here on the fender, on the rocker panel. Nothing's overstretched. There's no wrinkles. There's no bubbles. There's no overstretching anywhere. There's nothing. All the cuts are perfectly clean. We have full coverage all the way down to the bottom of that panel and around it too, all the way from the front to the rear. So yeah, I mean, to everyone that wants to hate on the technique, I guess get your technique up. I don't mean to be rude now. I'm just saying there's more than one way to wrap a car. All you got to do is just peel the wrap and then slide it underneath the panel there. And then, as I always do, pull it from here to there and then make all the lines go parallel to the longest part of the panel, which is from left to right. Get all the stretch going that way and then just give it a gentle pull up and a gentle pull down and then glass the film down. You're good to go, and there's no tension on top nor the bottom. And then when you get to the edge here, what I do is I pull it straight out this way, corner to corner, get the tension going down this way at the corner angle, and then same with that part too. Otherwise, put all the stretch parallel to the longest part of the panel. I had to pull back up here when the sun is down to show you guys how much pop this wrap still has even in the nighttime, dude, and check that out. It's insane. We have some garage lights here, but absolutely insane how much this color pops, dude. If the 9-year-old me was here right now, I'd be freaking out. This is my truck. And I'm glad you guys are loving it too. It's really cool to enjoy the wrap with you guys and things that you guys are enjoying in general. I think if you guys want to get into things like this, get into wrap particularly, I mean, you don't have to be good at it initially. I think with anything, just practice makes perfect. That's really all there is to it. Somebody messaged me a picture of their whole entire truck wrapped in this green on their Silverado. Let me know that they're inspired by me to try and wrap their own truck. Very first time wrapping a truck, one thing I can definitely tell you guys is to not listen to anybody else when they have negative things to say about it, because that's one thing I dealt with a lot. I was very close to a lot of, tint installers and wrap installers. I got a job at a detail shop. We were next to a tint shop, and at the tint shop they had wrap installers and particularly a wrap installer who loved to just pick my work apart. He basically put me down to the point where I just legit felt like I suck. Don't listen to anybody's hate on how you're doing something, especially in the beginning, unless they're coming from a place of constructive criticism. If they want to give you some insight on how to do something, like, no, don't do it this way, let me show you a better way to do it, not just, hey, you suck. You can decide on what's what. Like, someone wants to put you down just to put you down because you're a threat to their ego or a threat to them in the industry. Maybe you might be better than one day and they fear you might take their work, as if there's not 5 million other cars they can potentially wrap. But anyways, if I listen to anybody else's opinions on my YouTube channel, for one, I wouldn't be a YouTuber anymore. I've had so many comments come through over the years, and that's just the name of the game with anything you do, especially on a platform where someone can be anonymous. People love to just give negative opinions on how you're doing something to put you down, to make you feel worse than them. And I feel the same applies to really anything else, any business you want to get into, whatever it may be. Let's say you want to, just for the sake of this conversation, what we're talking about today, the wrap. Like, if you want to do a vinyl wrap business or something like that, or wrap your own car, just do it. And if you're not good the first 10, 20, 30 times, try it 40 more times. You'll eventually get better at it and better at it until you are a professional at it. What's one word to describe this color right here? What you got?
I don't know. It looks like a...
I don't even call it. It's fire, bro. Glad some of my tips and tricks have helped some of you guys out. Wrap's actually really easy to work with. So don't be, threatened by, how hard you may think that vinyl wrapping really is. Just diving right into it is the best way to do it. Just practice and practice, and that's really all there is to it. If you're getting into the vinyl wrap industry, you want to do it for for a living or as a hobby, do it on your own stuff. Don't let all the other guys in the industry talk you down and tell you that your work sucks, because it'll happen a lot. Some other wrap installer will be like, oh no, bro, that's not the way you install wrap. Dude, there's no right or wrong way. There's there's some wrong ways to do it, that's for sure. There's no one right way to do it. Well, I think a lot of wrap shops love to be super flashy with the way they install wrap. I think on this truck right here, for example, they probably take the entire front bumper apart. Is that right or wrong? I don't think there's a right or wrong way at all. It's a very subjective opinion in a lot of situations, and I think wrapping is definitely one of them as far as doing it the right way goes. Maybe the customer that you're wrapping their car on doesn't want their bumper removed. I mean, there's definitely people like that out there who don't want their car parts being taken off. I think if you have, the skills to do things more efficiently and leave things on, then do it by all means. Anyways, yeah, the industry sucks, so don't let them shoot you down. If you guys want to do wrap for a living, just buy some roll of material, dude. It's easier than you think, trust me. It's very forgiving and very, very rewarding. I think it's the best way to give your car a signature look. I mean, look at this. It's a one of one now. I mentioned this before earlier, but I think the red goes really nice, here on the sway bar and the coils, and then there on the pro lettering here on the hood badge. I think the red and the amber go really nice together.
Yeah, they do.
But I'll probably do some tint over here on the amber, because we have a lot of amber going on up here on the front end. We got amber clearance lights, we got amber reflectors there in the headlights, we got amber more lights in the grill there, and then of course the entire truck is in amber. But dude, how crazy is this color? I mean, it almost looks chrome. Like when I was doing the rolling shots just now, it's like when the sun hits it just right, it gives it like a chrome look to it. It is some of the best material you can go with, in my personal opinion. Lays down pretty easy as well. Anyways, new wheels and tires are on the way. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, maybe not the next video, but very, very soon. I have to get the Baja Design lights put on here first. I need to wire up because, as you guys know, here on the hybrids, all the batteries are under the rear seat, which is super annoying. If you guys have any experience wiring up accessories to your TRD Pro and know of a better way to feed power to your, I have a switch panel going underneath the hood to wire my accessories to. I have to go all the way from the engine bay to the back seat to get power. I don't think there's anything under the hood for that. So if you guys have any advice on that, let me know in the comments down below. All I have for you guys for today, as always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one very soon. Till then, peace.